Hi guys, this is Ambitious Gems and I'm back with another astrology video. This time it is about Scorpio and I promise to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth from my perspective. Okay, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I find Scorpio the hardest for me, so I'm just going to give you guys a shot of what I seem to have observed from Scorpios. Scorpio's statement is I desire. So these are the people that really go after what they want. They are very determined people. Once they set their mind or set a goal on something, they will do whatever they can to get that. And in that sense, Scorpios are very much achievers. They get whatever it is that they want to get, whether it's by just hard work and determination, or whether it's by manipulative measures. Be strategic in that way of figuring out the situation and seeing how they can benefit and work their way. They're very smart people. My view of Scorpio, like in terms of physical, I see someone who is just dressed very simple but sexy. But the sexy is not trashy, like sexy here I am. It's just this calm sexiness, and it's very inviting. Like you want to know more about that person. Whether it's a female or a male, they have a sexy aura. They have a very attracting, appealing aura, and it's very calm, and it's very quiet and very mysterious. They're very intriguing. Something about them is like, it's different, and it's like kind of like you want to step into the darker side. You want to know what's really going on over there. One thing, like I know when I spot a Scorpio by their eyes. Scorpios have very deep penetrating eyes. It's like almost like they can see through, and worse when they do the squint, it's like almost like they're like observing this creature with this squint eye thing. So Scorpios are actually ruled by Pluto and Mars. With Pluto, Scorpio is all about personal power. They're all about growth. They're all about transforming and becoming a better person. Yeah, they're good with managing finances, managing their money, managing other people's money. And has to do with like hidden desires and mysteries. I find Pluto to be a very untrusting planet. When they like something, they're addicted to it. They're almost obsessed with it. And with Pluto, it's all about control and kind of like investigating. Just basically wanting to know and looking into what's under the surface. Scorpios don't see things at face value because they're very perceptive. They actually can see what's hidden. And I find it quite scary to be around Scorpios because I don't like the feeling of someone kind of like penetrating my mind, like kind of like getting into me. And I feel like they're all like this. It's kind of like like chilling or being around a psychic. Like you feel like they know what you're thinking. That's how I feel like Scorpios. Like I feel like if I was putting on a facade, or if I was like saying something or doing something that's maybe not fully me, it's like they know that, and it's like you're like kind of scary. Now with Mars is all about passion and sex drive and energy, combative. So in that sense, you mix those two planets together and you get a very strong individual, that has a lot of willpower, a lot of strength, whether that be mental capability or physical capability. So we hear so much about sex in Scorpios. For one, they have Mars energy. They're very sexually driven people. Then on top of that, they're ruled by the genital. As sexual as they are, you would think when you first think of a sign that has sex, you'd probably think that they're whores or something of that nature. We may leave that more to the males. But what I noticed, especially with female Scorpios, they're actually very committed, and like in their relationships, they're not necessarily having sex with multiple guys. Actually, it's very few, if anything. But what I can say is in their relationship, they like to have a lot of sex. They like to express themselves sexually. As committed as they are, Scorpios can be cheated. I don't know. I just basically think Scorpios is something that you should watch out for, because I do trust that they would be very committed in their relationship. Like I see that time and time again, they're very committed people. But at the same time, you gotta watch out. Scorpios are actually a fixed sign. So as I was saying with the committedness, they have a high degree of staying power. If they're in a relationship, like any of the fixed signs, they are in it to win it. They're very possessive. And if they are going to be with multiple people, they want to possess all of those people. Like, you belong to me, you are mine, and they belong to you, full-fledged. It's all or nothing. The energy is very strong. It feels great to belong to somebody like wholeheartedly and know that they have your back and they will be loyal to you. It comes with its negatives. Being with a Scorpio can feel very restrictive. You feel like you can't really do anything. You just know you're gonna get into some real problem if you do what you're not supposed to do. They're all about control. So they're going to try to control your life and whatever it is that you do. But like, it's just like, there's benefits and disadvantages to it. Like, you're definitely not gonna feel free, but you're definitely gonna feel the intensity and the passionate of love, what it's like to be deeply loved. Scorpios are water signs, so as I said, they're very perceptive, they're very emotional. But this water sign is different from Pisces and Cancer because they don't show their emotion. They're not the water sign that's gonna cry all the time, that cries for everything. If anything, they're crying to their self. They keep that emotion behind closed doors, or if you really know them, then you know. But obviously, as a water sign, they're very sensitive. Something that you say might hurt their feeling, but you don't even know that it hurts their feeling. And then that's the worst ones. That's the worst, when you hurt their feeling and you don't even know that they hurt their feeling. So now they might feel something or feel some way towards you and you don't even know why, because you didn't know that you hit a trigger there. Scorpios are very revengeful. So if you do something that hurts them in any way, they will get you back. And if anything, I would say Scorpios are really good to have on your team because you need someone like them. I would say they're more in the antisocial clique. They're more to themselves and to the people that they know. They're not just gonna open up themselves to you and be like the giddy person in the bunch that's like acting a fool. And you only get to know a Scorpio if you know a Scorpio. I just feel like when you look at them, you see a mystery, and it's always going to be that way until they decide to let you in. You won't really know who they are. Like, you would just think that they're a quiet person that just sits there and like kind of like takes people in. And it's funny, like, without knowing them, you might think that they have this vibe to them that maybe they feel like they're better than people because of that reserve. They form deep connections. They're not for the superficial. Like, if they're your friend, they call you your friend, it's really a friend. They don't really like many people. They're more pessimist. I find them to be very serious people. To the people that they love, they're extremely generous. And they're very helpful to the people that they love. But with that comes control. You kind of need to do what they say because they want to own you. I mean, they're not giving you things or buying you things or giving you money or something, so that, like, it's not necessarily like, take this and I control you, but really it's in the air. And they can use sex to control you. They're charmers, Scorpios, and they're very romantic, and they cater to your emotion. But it's not like no weak. You're not with someone that's weak that's going to cater to your emotion. You're with someone strong that can cater to your emotion. And I find that Scorpio men, they know exactly what to say to females. They're such an attractive sign, even if they're not attractive. I think their calm, cool, and collective nature really brings a lot of attraction to them. In a relationship, if you're good at reading people, that would be great for Scorpio. Like something like the water signs, like that, they have that same vibe that they do. They have that same talent that they have. That's like perfect for them, because Scorpio is not really a showing sign, like, you know what I mean? They're not expressive in that nature. So if you're able to read them, then that would be wonderful. I feel like Scorpios are a human lie detector. Scorpios are actually a very honest sign, especially with Mars energy. If you want the truth, you should definitely go to a Scorpio friend and ask them. They're going to give you the blunt truth of what they think about it, and know that they're not going to steer you wrong. I find them to be very private, secretive people. Like, I mean, you can talk to them, but do not think that a Scorpio is going to sit down and tell you their business detail to detail to detail. You're not going to get that. You may get on the surface if you're their friend or something, but you're not going to get the details of what's going on in their personal life. That's private. That's for them. Nobody knows all of Scorpio's secrets. They're not an open book for you to read. You got to find out things and kind of make mental notes for yourself. You're not going to get all that information. Scorpios are very headstrong. It's so funny because as committed and loyal and all that staying power that they have, what I find with them in a relationship, when they do get to the point of when they're done, they actually walk away and they're completely gone. And I find Sierra to be a very good example of a Scorpio in love. Like, the passion is there, it's so strong, and they're so into you, and you are all that they see. But when that strike happens, when they're done, there is no looking back. They are very strong. I find it very hard to trust Scorpios, because I find if you're an individual that don't trust nobody, why should somebody trust you? And because there's so much mystery, hidden desires, secrecy, like, you know what I mean, that's just their private nature. I feel like, what are you hiding? And I find Scorpios to be very natural. The females, I don't see a lot of them wearing makeup or wearing tons of makeup or wearing makeup on a daily basis. I find them to be very natural. How they do their hair, how they dress, how their makeup, what you see is what you get. I find Scorpios to be very consistent, and I truly appreciate this, because every Scorpio I know, whether that be friend, whether that be acquaintance or whatever, if they know you, they will acknowledge you. And that is something so small that people don't notice, that I took into consideration, because there's other signs like Libras who they come and go and you don't know if they're going to say hi to you or not. But I find Scorpios to be very consistent, and that is with everything. That's not just with saying hi, that's with their work, that's with their family, that's with who they are. They're very consistent, not flimsy people. You know what's coming. And I think that's another reason why they get what they want, because they're so consistent. If a Scorpio wants you, they plot and plan and they get what they want. It's like they're very humble and appreciative if you acknowledge them, but if they don't want to talk to you, if they're not interested, they're not into you, and it could almost appear like they're full of themselves, when really they just actually know what they want and it's not you. So they'll take the compliment, but that's it. And then I find Scorpio parents, if you ever watch like Kris Jenner, that's how they are. They're so full of love, and they want the best for you, and you are their mission in life. But you are definitely going to feel that sense of control and them intervening and being involved and always trying to basically call the shots in a sense, and it gets annoying as you get older. Now, children Scorpios, I find children Scorpios to be very perceptive. They're very mature and laid back and calm and very smart. You can trust that if they have like a younger sibling or something, that they're capable of taking care of them. They have a mental beyond their years. I find Scorpio friends to be very dependable and there if you need them, and very great to get advice. But do know that that advice is not going to be sugar-coated. Okay, some famous people that are Scorpios are Leonardo DiCaprio, Stevie J and Jocelyn, Ike Turner, Future, Sierra. Sorry, as I already said, like, I always just say urban examples because that's like what I'm into. Whoopi Goldberg. With careers, good careers for Scorpios is actually like something in the legal field, like being a lawyer, because they're very probing and very inquisitive. Also, like in politics, Hillary Clinton is a good example. Forensic science, detective, a private investigator, like working for secret services or things like that, because they're very good at, like, you know, as I said, they're very good at investigating and things of that nature. That's about it. Scorpios, go easy on me. Thanks for watching. And if you have any questions or concerns or whatever, or even if you know more, comment down below. Let me know things that I missed, because I want to know more about Scorpios. So if you like this video, please like it, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and yeah, the plan is to have new videos every Saturday for 2016. So please help me, push me, do it with all that Scorpio energy and that drive and that determination. All right guys, bye, take care.